What's up guys, Todd Kelly, Shuswap Outdoors. Today I want to do a quick video on the Hanwag Sirius II mountaineering boot. So over the last couple of years I've been trying to find a boot to replace my Scarpa Liscums. I had those boots for 15 years. Over the last couple of years, I finally wore some holes through the leather that damaged the Gore-Tex lining, and they just started to leak. So it was time to replace them. I've tried a couple different Scarpa boots and a Loa boot last year with not much luck of things, blisters and leaking. So that's led me this year to try out the Hanwags. I've never seen Hanwag boots in person before, but I found a retailer that I was able to order a couple different models and sizes online, and I got 30 days to test them out at home here before I decide what I'm going to go with to return them to get a refund. I really like a mountaineering style boot. This is mostly for mountain hunting, for goat, sheep, mule deer in the mountain. So I'm going to be in a lot of steep, rugged country, heavy backpacks, and a lot of shale, and I really like a mountaineering style boot that's stiff. These Sirius 2 seem to fit that bill perfectly so far, testing them out. On the bottom, the sole, Vibram sole, as you'd expect from any good boot, has the narrow mountaineering style, so you get better footing in them. It's a hard rubber, so it's going to wear really well. You'll get lots of years of service out of it. It is resolable if you do wear them out. It has a more open tread pattern on it, which I read is to allow the mud, dirt, ice, snow to clear out of the treads easier than a tighter pattern. They are fairly stiff, very similar stiffness to the Scarpa Liscum, the Wrangles, if you're familiar with those boots. Not as stiff as the Grand Drews from Scarpa. So if you're familiar with any of those boots, that'll give you an idea. If you're familiar with more hunting style boots like the Hanwag Alaskan or the Loa Tibets, they're just a hair stiffer than those boots, just to give you a reference. Fully crampon compatible. They got the front and the back. I don't use real crampons. I use the Catool crampons, so I don't need the full groove in the front here, but it is that option if you do use crampons. High rubber band on it around the whole boot. It's got a thick leather on it, and once again, same thickness as the Scarpa Liscum, Wrangle, Grand Drews, so you're going to get a lot of durability out of them. They're going to hold up well to rocks and ice and everything else. One thing with them, they are a little more flexible than the Scarpas, which I really like. The Scarpas I found, they needed to fit your foot perfectly for them to fit nice. These boots, because they have a little more give in the leather, it allows you to get a more custom fit when you're lacing them up and tightening them up, which I really like. They do have the synthetic tongue on them, which is going to aid in breathability in the boot. They have the roller style eyelets on the bottoms, which I had also on the Loa Tibets I tried, which seemed to tighten really nice. It seems to be more of an even pull as those laces glide over the ball bearings. And they're also not going to cause any extra wear on your laces, which should make your laces last longer. They have the locking D-ring here, which is a really nice feature. It allows you to have different tension on your bottom and your top. So throughout the day, when your foot spreads out, or if you're getting any discomfort in the front forefoot, you can loosen off the tension, lock that off with the locking D-ring, and tighten up your tops. Or vice versa, you can have a really tight bottom and a looser top. Really nice feature in it. The Loa Tibets I had a somewhat similar type locking system in it, which I really enjoyed that feature of the Loas. Speed laces at the top, double rivets, should wear well. They have the webbing lace here, which shouldn't be an issue. The Scarpa Liscums I had a piece of rope cordage instead of this webbing, and after 15 years it didn't show any signs of wear, so this webbing should wear the same, shouldn't be an issue. They do have a little chunk of leather on the top of the tongues here. That's just going to be more abrasion resistance against your laces, where you're going to tighten them up a lot, and there's more movement than the bottoms where it's synthetic. Little synthetic patch here, which should aid in some breathability, comfort. You don't need leather up at the top here for durability, so it'll be interesting to see how that holds up over the years. Gore-Tex lining, and it is the insulated Gore-Tex, so it has 200 grams of insulated insulation in it. I'm excited about that. My feet run cold, so I'm looking forward to running a boot that has a little bit of insulation in it. Really nice boot. I'm excited to use it. Out of the boots I've tried over the last couple of years, this one I'm excited about the most. Really comfortable wearing it around the house. As for sizing, like I said, I got a few different sizes here in boots that I ordered. I typically run a 9.5 American, and that's in my Danners that I wear at work. My Scarpas were 9.5. The Loa Tibets I ran were 9.5. With the Hanwag Sirius II, the 10 fits the best. It's the most comfortable. I did pick up the Alaskans from Hanwag, and the 10.5 fits better than the 10s. So a full size bigger than I typically wear in boots. So really nice trying out a bunch of different boots here at home in different sizes. As most boots, the insole that comes with them is junk. Throw it out. Go with an aftermarket one. I really like these sole ones. This one here is 15 years old, and it's still held up really well, still has life in it. Makes the boot a lot more comfortable. They do have the option of a thicker one, and it not only is it for more padding, but it eats up volume in the boot. So if you do have a narrower, smaller foot, and you find that the boot feels a little big on the top, you can run a little thicker insole in to eat up that volume, and it's surprising how much difference that can make a boot fit. When I run these thicker insoles, the 10.5 fits like the 10 does. So definitely check them out. They're $40 to $60, depends where you live. Well worth the money, and they do last a really long time. Anyways, if you have any more questions about the Hanwag Sirius II, put them in the comments below. I found over the last month looking at Hanwag boots, there's not a ton of information on them, so please feel free to put questions in there and I'll make sure to answer them. Check me out on Instagram, Shuswap Outdoors. I'm really active over there. That's where I spend most of my time. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe if you're into more gear reviews, fishing, and hunting content. Anyways, thanks for watching.